Hello and welcome to another Nonsense Retrospective, or rather, the retrospective of the Nonsense Review 2025. We're doing our good old-fashioned awards show, looking back on the year, the things that we talked about, the things that we were hoping for, and the things that were sometimes not so great. But yes, that's what happens when I, your host as always Rick, and also my host as always Devon.
Yeah, I was getting very confused and concerned because I was like, we're almost a minute in and Rick hasn't said either of our names.
It's when we say hello. So, let's just go straight into it. We're going to start with your favourite new video game.
Yes. This was actually a tough one because usually I don't actually play that many new games. The games I buy are old and cheap. Whereas this year I've played a fair few. Like they've come up on the podcast as I've played them, much like with a fair few new releases for you as well. I played Expedition 33, great game. Hades 2 isn't technically new, but it came out of early release. But I think my actual favourite new video game of the year, that being 2025 for those listening in the future, is Digimon Time Stranger.
Oh, not Pirate Yakuza.
It was a very fun game, a very fun experience, but I think, I'm done.
Yeah, sure.
It was a very nice, it was a nice experience, and it was all self-contained, and there's no DLC, so that's great. Whereas Time Stranger is a straight-up RPG. They made me play it twice for achievements, and I did it. I've completed it. I've done all the achievements in that game. I've done all the achievements in a lot of games this year. It's not something I usually bother doing, but I have. Pirate Yakuza, I also got all the achievements in. I beat them all and fuck off. But Time Stranger is just a refreshingly fun RPG set in the Digimon universe. It's not the first RPG by any means, but it seems like they took the last couple and went, yeah, let's make this better. Ignore the Digifarm and everything else is great.
True enough.
And it's got DLC. The first lot's coming out near the end of this year. It might even be, it will be out by the time this episode's released. Micro stories and new Digimon being added to the game. So if your favourite version of Omnimon didn't exist, maybe they do now.
Yeah, you got Omnimon, but the hands are the other way around.
The funny thing is, I don't think they've ever made that much of a drastic change in the design.
Yeah, it's Imnomon.
But yeah, no, the one we saw in the trailer that stood out the most was Omnimon Zwart, which is it was black Omnimon, but he's wearing a cool cape.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. So yeah, Digimon Time Stranger for me, although it was a very heated competition this year. It might be the question I struggled with most on this little questionnaire that we do.
Yeah, I get it. This year's been pretty good for games.
It really has, yeah. But yes, Rick, same question, but to you, what was your favourite game of 2025?
Yeah, I'm stuck between two, to be honest, and I think I'm going to have to give it to Monster Hunter Wilds, and I kind of hate myself for it because of the amount of bullshit I had from this game.
Rick, we had a month-long saga where your personal story for the week was just you fighting this game.
Yeah, and because the other contender is Pokemon Legends ZA, which I had a great time. I probably had a nicer time in ZA because it just worked. But once Monster Hunter Wilds was working and I was actually able to play with people, which is something that basically didn't happen in Worlds outside of the first month.
Hey man, we beat the campaign together for Worlds.
We did.
Worlds?
Yeah, outside of that, yeah. Outside of that, yeah, I didn't really play with people on that. And Wilds probably couldn't play with people because by the time I got it working, it was after the first couple of months. But then I got to play with people, so that was nice. So yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds, as much as I hate it. It's probably my favourite game of the year.
Genuinely a surprise answer from you.
Yeah, it's a begrudging favourite because it's risen above and I've still got it as not recommended on Steam.
Well, because for a lot of people it still doesn't fucking work.
Yeah. So yeah, next question. Your favourite theatrical release of 2025?
This one's annoying because I put down an answer and between me writing this answer and us actually doing the episode, my answer's changed.
Okay. Is it the new Predator?
It's the new Predator. Predator Badlands is an excellent movie. It's just good. There's not really anything to spoil, you know what I mean? Because it almost feels like a crime. Like, for those of you curious, my answer before was Superman, but I think Predator deserves a bit more of a shout than Superman, because everyone liked Superman. Well, everyone who isn't against woke liked Superman, whereas I think Predator Badlands is a bit of a sleeper hit.
Yeah, everyone pro-woke like Superman.
Well, not even pro-woke, just not giving a fuck about, stupid, non-existent politics.
Yeah.
It's not like in Superman because it's too woke is ridiculous, because Superman's always been against the KKK.
Yeah, actually.
Like, yeah, it was a plot point in one of the earliest comics, and it's a plot point they rehashed like 2 years ago. It was very funny because he fucking broke into the KKK's office, and the Grand Dragon is like, "I'm gonna kill you, Superman," and Superman doesn't even flinch and just goes, "I doubt it." It's very funny. But yeah, Predator Badlands is great. Visually, it's a stunning film. The Predator looks awesome. Whoever was behind in the suit, very well done, very good. I believed I was watching an alien.
Yeah, sweet.
And the story is almost like the Predator doesn't speak English, obviously. It speaks in the alien Yachuan language, and I don't care. It's so cool.
Sure. Okay.
And yeah, the director wasn't talking shit either when he said, "Yeah, it's a 13 because the blood isn't red." Because boy, is this film violent.
Because the blood isn't red.
It's true. There's only two creatures in. Well, there's lots of creatures, but there's only two main creatures. You've got the Predator, who has green blood and always has, and you've got androids who have always had white blood.
Yeah, in the good old Alien verse.
Yeah. So yeah, and there's plenty of other creatures, and it's very easy to just go, well, this creature doesn't have red blood. It's got this color blood because we don't want to make this film an 18.
Yeah, the good old Samurai Jack response of, "Oh yeah, all these people that he cuts in half, they're all robots."
Yeah, and there's no tits, so
yeah,
it's
all
funny.
robots, no tits.
It's really funny, isn't it? Like, it needs to be incredibly gory to get an 18. One tit, and it's also an 18.
Horrific, deplorable violence is okay as long as nobody says any dirty words.
Or sees any tits, as we know, the most sexual organ, and, must be hidden in shame. Yeah. I'm not actually saying that, guys. I've always been a proponent of, like, listen, if people want to walk around topless, let them.
Yeah, and people know that I'm very much pro-boob. Don't worry about it.
Your stance is a bit different, but we'll move on. What was your favourite theatrical release of 2025?
Well, you mentioned it. It is Superman.
Okay,
Thunderbolts was a close second. Thunderbolts was a close second, but Thunderbolts requires more reading than Superman. Superman being the soft reboot of the new DC Gunverse was a very good first entry.
I'm going to have to disagree with you slightly, though, because I don't think Thunderbolts needs that much required reading, because I haven't done most of the required reading.
Okay, but like if you've not seen any MCU stuff, then it's going to have less of an impact for you. Like if you don't know the Avengers and you don't have some kind of positive nostalgia and reverence for the old Avengers team, you won't have the same reaction when they change the title in the post credits to the new Avengers.
But I don't think that mattered even slightly.
Okay.
Like I just straight up disagree with you on that one. I like the changing the title to the new Avengers is like whoopee fucking do. Who cares?
Yeah. But yeah, Superman was boss. And yeah, it's good that they've essentially got an established universe that they just jump straight into, because I always bitch and moan about it, but seeing the fucking Pearl scene for Batman every time gets old. Seeing the origin stories for these characters, it sometimes can get old. So for Superman, they just kind of skip it, and you're just straight into him being an early days, like, kind of established Superman. The actual thing that's being established is the nascent Justice League.
Yeah, the Justice Gang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is interesting, isn't it? Because the next DC offering is going to be like the Green Lantern Corps, which is a weird choice.
Yeah. We're going to expand Guy Gardner's Nathan Fillion. I mean, the other way around. Shit.
It's really interesting that they went with Guy Gardner as their Green Lantern, because Guy Gardner has always been the fucking... He's the guy that the fucking... I forget what they're called. The Green Lantern Overlord. The fucking big head fucks.
Yeah.
He's the guy where they're like, cool, we need a cop right now, so we're going to talk to Hal Jordan. We need a guy who's going to get things done by the book. We're going to call fucking Jordan.
Yeah.
We need someone who can do something fucking dirty and nefarious, but for the ultimate good. We're getting Guy Gardner.
Yeah. Guy Gardner is he's the blunt force instrument that you send to get stuff done. Like the fact that half of his constructs are just flipping the bird with a giant hand.
It's so Guy Gardner. It's so good. It was such a good touch.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, we get glimpses of Guy Gardner just being a decent human being to a certain degree, because it's right after the reveal of like, oh, Superman's secretly evil and kidnapping people into his growing alien harem. And yeah, Guy Gardner does touch on that. But before that, they walk into a building building, and Guy Gardner, no questions, just fucking encases the building in Green Lantern goo.
Yeah,
it's just
greens it up and says,
"Fuck off, everyone else. We're having a chat."
Yeah, everyone else, fuck off. We need some space. Yeah. So yeah, that's our movies. Which episode led to you binging the series that you enjoyed the most?
Squid Game.
I get it.
Like, I didn't. I knew Squid Game was good because everyone wouldn't shut the fuck up about Squid Game when it first came out. However, I didn't really care because the idea of death games isn't new to someone who's ever watched any Eastern media ever.
I get it.
Like, there's so many anime that have this as a concept, but Squid Game does a very good job of it. First episode was incredibly gripping, and I wanted to know what happened. Binge season 1. I then watched season 2 because we literally watched it because season 2 was out, and then I had to wait 6 months for season 3, and it ended on a bit of a wet fart, but it also ended the way it had to end.
Yeah. So would you say that it's a better experience just to watch season 1 and then just like file it away as that's the whole experience?
Probably, yeah. Like if they cut the ending of season 1 5 minutes earlier, it would have been fine. But they had to show that, oh no, the Squid Game is still going on, and our main protagonist man can't let this go. And rightly so, if you're meant to be a good human being.
Yeah.
But the problem doesn't get solved. It gets solved for like 5 minutes in one part of the world. But the problem with having a sinister cabal of billionaires that treat people like pawns is, unless you get rid of every single billionaire, which they didn't even get rid of one, by the way.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But it was if you watch the show for the human element, at least for season 1, human element kind of goes a bit weird in the second and third season. And if you just want to see giant death games brought to life, then yeah, season 2 and 3 are still worth a watch. But I didn't really care for it. And by all accounts, the guy who created the show wanted it to be one season. But Netflix, they see the golden fucking dollar signs.
Yeah, well, it's one of those, like, Netflix-itis is always a thing. You always put that one stupid fucking cliffhanger at the end of your season just in case Netflix wants to continue, and half the time they don't.
Wow. Anyway.
So, yeah.
What about you?
Good on Squid Game. Good on Squid Game. Mine was Gentry Chow. It's the only one that I did actually finish watching this year. So it was no contest, but I did still enjoy it.
Yeah, it was a bit of a struggle actually for me as well, looking back and saying, oh shit, what did I actually binge? And it came down to Squid Game and Resident Alien.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. And speaking of, what's your favourite live action show that you watched?
I had to put Squid Game again because I looked back at the entire list of everything we watched, and we didn't actually watch a lot of live action shows.
Yeah. I would have accepted a movie for this one, but for me, I put Resident Alien. So Resident Alien does get on the list.
Good. It deserves it. It was a good show, and almost entirely because of Turdick.
Yeah.
Have you seen the behind-the-scenes footage, by the way, of Superman when he's doing the robot and just goes, "So's Gary," and the guy playing Superman just loses it.
Just cracks up, yeah. Yeah, it's a side by side of him in his CGI form and just with him stood there as Alan Tudyk, and he goes, "Number 4 is a name. So's Gary."
But he does it so straight and keeps such a straight face until he bursts out laughing, and Turdick just allows himself a smile.
Yep, and it was entirely improv as well. It's great. So yeah, we've got 2 good shows right there. Favorite animated show?
This one was a bit tougher. We watched a lot of animated shows this year.
We did.
One might say that we're more geared towards animated shows than live action. One might say.
Yeah, there was a point where we were exclusively animated shows before we did our first live action thing.
Yeah, it was a while. It's also easier just to find sources for animated shows, I find. But that's just me. As for my favourite animated show that we reviewed, partly it's because it was so beautifully animated and I'm excited to see where it goes, and I'm just glad that she's still working. It's Knights of Guinevere.
Ditto, 100%. I was rather gripped by the implications of what this universe had to offer. I am absolutely champing at the bit for more of this.
It was such a strong first episode. It really was. There's no denying. And just another big old tick win for Glitch.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, a double star for Knights of Guinevere. Favorite movie that we reviewed?
This was a bit tricky because again we didn't do too many movies. Earlier on in the year we did Star Wars. Unfortunately, it's Attack of the Clones, and I believe we titled that episode as "Oh shit, it really is the worst one." So that wasn't going to win.
Well, this doesn't deserve to win.
We did a really bad Godzilla movie. We did
Yeah.
the first appearance of Mechagodzilla, and I didn't realise it was quite so bad.
Yeah. the new creature takes 2 verses of the stupid song to wake up.
It does, King Caesar.
Yeah.
He's a big deal in the comic books, but in the live action show, not so much. Live action show, live action movies. So yeah, I ended up actually giving it to Frankenstein.
Again, we've got double star on Frankenstein. This was far and away the best of the classic monster movies that we watched.
Oh god, the others don't even hold a candle. Like, the other 2 movies we watched were also by the same studio, and Boris Karloff did a reasonable job as the Mummy, but the plot was just dull. The Wolfman of London was crap. Nosferatu is a lot older and with a lot lower budget. I give it some leeway. But what the fuck were up with those panpipes?
Apparently those were added in later because it was all it was all silent to begin with, and the panpipes were added in like way later.
Whoever decided to add them should be shot.
Yes.
Like, a bit extreme, perhaps.
Possibly strung up by testicles first. Yeah. But again, because it was the first, it does have its... It does have a pass, and even then, I still hold it in higher regard than The Mummy and the Werewolf.
Oh yeah, hands down. It was actually a really wonderful film, and some of the effects in it were pretty good. It was a bit depressing reading about the director being a bitch to Boris Karloff, but oh well.
Yeah, absolutely. Favourite thing you did this year?
I don't know why the fuck I put this question, because I don't do a lot. This question's more aimed at you, because you do things. Well, when you do things, you do things. I put down Wales, because I enjoyed going back to Wales. It was a nice little nostalgia trip for me. It was a weekend just in Cardiff doing Cardiff things.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, because you went with a mutual friend of ours as well, didn't you? So you got to do a couple of things that you wouldn't normally get to do when you normally go to Wales.
Yeah, it was also my birthday.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. What about you, Rick?
Mine was when we had guests, and I gave them the quick tour to Yorkshire. We only had them for a couple of days, but it was nice to get some fresh blood in the friend circle to, experience my general locale.
Oh, these were the German lads, weren't they?
Yeah, well, one lad, one lass.
I use lads as a general term for people.
Yeah, a nice little married couple. And you could tell how much they enjoyed their time when they saw an estate agent and just, without even prompting, just bounded over to it. See, what do we need to do to come live here instead? But yes, your favourite review.
My favourite review was episode 201, which was near the beginning of the year. It's the classic versus modern Postman Pat, aka Fuck the Clangers.
Yeah. Again, this was one where we like to riff on things, and having a nice little bit of joy at the way that things used to be done with love, and kind of sneering at the new soulless reincarnations that are not mean-spirited, they're just not as fun.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it soulless exactly, but the new one really was missing the charm of the original. And let's not beat around the bush here. The original was shit, but it was unique,
Yeah, it was shit in the way that was believable, because everyone lives probably in some kind of village or so.
Yeah, but that's just not the way life's like anymore. Like, it might as well have been a fantasy land, and I remember you and I were both like very nostalgic for a world we never got to have.
Yeah, because by the time I was born, everybody had a phone.
Well, that's just it, isn't it? And, back then the Royal Mail was not privatised, so...
Yeah, it wasn't used as an asset for pension funds and what have you.
But yeah, I enjoyed making that episode, and I think the episode itself came out pretty nicely. I think you could hear the nostalgia bone being tickled in both of us.
Yeah.
How about you? What was your favourite review?
I approve of this. My one, I don't know the number, but no one wants to lose their nuts.
Oh, that wasn't too long ago. That was fixed.
Yeah, that was fixed. I think we did pretty well on this one because it was both a fun time to review it, and I think that the movie itself was actually surprisingly decent.
That might come up again later.
Yeah, it might come up again later. But yeah, I think overall it was a decent review, and I have fond memories of making it with you. Favourite retrospective?
My favourite retrospective is episode number 165, Grab Bag for PS1 games, Hogs of War, Jedi Power Battles, and Abe's Odyssey.
Yeah, like these are all ones that we just generically remember fondly.
Yeah, they were fun games to talk about. I think we scrambled a bit for Abe's Odyssey because we were like, oh shit, we got to have 3 things to talk about. out.
And yeah, like a lot of PS1 games I just kind of borrowed or had demos for. Hogs of War I owned. Jedi Power Battles a mate owned, and I was basically player 2 at their house. And Abe's Odyssey, another mate had. He was really in on it, and I got to borrow it for like one weekend. But yeah, Abe farted. Everyone else laughs.
Well, that's just it. Abe's Odyssey is a game I remember playing more as a demo than actually playing the game. And the only thing I remember is you could fart on command.
Yeah, like, oh man, remember demo discs being good?
Yes, I do. I was a poor child, Rick. A lot of my games were just demo discs.
Yeah. There was also this one Mega CD game where they gave out the demo disc, and it was easier just to put the entire game on the disc and put a little bit of code in saying, yeah, it stops at level 1, but they didn't disable level select.
Oh, so you just select level 2 and then you can play the whole game.
So, because they knew about this, the magazine that gave away the demo disc never printed the level select cheat. Every other magazine did. So yeah, if you got that one, you got a banger. And you just put the level select cheat at the beginning, so let level 2 play the whole game. Good to go.
That's fucking crazy.
It's so funny.
But yeah, I enjoyed talking about old games, especially old games I have fond memories of. The unfortunate reality is we don't have as big of a crossover for old games because you were more of a Nintendo guy.
Oh, not even. I was a Sega fella.
Well, that's even worse because at least with Nintendo, I can talk about Game Boy shit.
Yeah, and Nintendo is still going. Sega, there's a very definite line in the sand where Sega ceased.
Yeah, Rick's one of those guys who you can point to as to being like, hey, how come Britain has a weird love relationship for the Sega Dreamcast? Because everyone else fucking hated it.
Yeah, I'm one of the Dreamcast simps. I didn't have a PS1 until after the Dreamcast. I didn't have a PS2 until obviously after the Dreamcast. I had a Mega Drive and a Dreamcast.
So yes, Rick, same question, but to you, what was your favourite retro for this year?
So it was a top 5, and I had a lot of fun coming up with these. It was regional variants for Pokemon.
Was that a top 5 or was that a fantasy booking?
I think it was a fantasy booking. Yeah, so a fantasy booking for regional variants, but I think the idea was we got like 3 or 5 or something of them.
Yeah, no, we did a couple of them, but I don't think it was a top 5 because that would be like that's who's going to pick Galarian Reezing? Everyone, he's got a top hat.
Yeah, but yeah, these are it's the fantasy booking for fake regional variants, and some of them were really cute.
I definitely remember doing a Hammerhead Shark for Sharpedo.
Yeah,
what was one of yours?
My Tinkerton, but it's Tinker with an ER, and it's like an electric fairy.
I remember getting annoyed at you for some of yours.
Yeah.
A lot of them felt like they were against the spirit of the question, but it was also armchair booking, so...
Yeah, so that one was like a convergent evolution, like Wiglet.
That's still a fucking regional variant, in my opinion.
It pretty much is, yeah. Favourite Rumble?
Favourite Rumble, 61 Lightsabers Round 2, for the sole reason that we both shared the brain cell for that episode. But because we had our honourable mentions and actual picks reversed, it meant we could actually have a Rumble instead of declaring it a tie.
Yeah. This is where exactly. Sharing the brain cell is always a magical time. Even better when they're reversed like that.
Yeah. I still think Darth Maul could take Mace Windu.
And for a similar reason, when it comes to sharing the brain cell, my favourite one was Kaiju Bird, because we both considered the cassowary, but to a varying degree of success.
Yeah, you really should have stuck with it.
Yeah, because then it would have been a draw.
I can't see any bird beating a cassowary, even with the sizes adjusted.
Yeah.
Maybe an ostrich, but even then, I think cassowary's got the advantage of the beak.
Yeah, when you adjust the sizes, the ostrich just loses to the cassowary, because the cassowary's just got that killer instinct, whereas the ostrich is just a dickhead.
Well, the ostrich has one weapon, its feet, whereas the cassowary has its beak, because the ostrich beak isn't going to fuck you up too bad.
Yeah, the cassowary's just a modern dinosaur.
Yeah, like, I know people like to point to the chicken, but the cassowary is like, it's got the raptor tactics and everything.
Yeah. And that's it for our favourites. Best retrospective.
I think our best retrospective this year was a relatively recent one. It was episode 197, Smiling Friends Season 2.
Yeah, because, Season 2 obviously being a lot more recent in memory than Season 1, we were able to, or at least I was able to, give better insight into things, especially since we were primed on what that episode should feel like from the Season 1 episode. Like, I was a bit more fly boundary in the season 1 one. I admit to that. So when it came to the season 2 one, I was a lot more able to interact properly.
Yeah. It's some good stuff, man. I enjoyed. First of all, I enjoyed recording it, which is always a plus. Like there are some episodes where, don't get me wrong, there are some recording sessions where it's not so much the recording that's put me down. It's I'm already in a bad fucking mood when I start, and I'm sure you're aware of it when I am.
Yeah, it's when you start with, let's fucking sync.
I don't think I've ever done a sync like that. But
No.
there's definite moments where we're having our little pre-ramble, and I'll be like, okay, well, I guess we should start. Alrighty, 3, 2, 1, and then all of a sudden I'm full of life because I'm pretending. But
that's called autistic masking.
it's not autistic masking. It's called that. It's called acting
Performing.
because we're on a show.
I love when Sir Patrick Stewart does that. You thought I was asleep, didn't you? Acting.
I'm not personally familiar, but that sounds quite funny. But yeah, as far as content goes as well, I think Smiling Friends Season 2 was just a good chat in general. We had a bit more of a back and forth about, we spoke about meanings and interpretations a bit more for Season 2, even though a lot of the meaning for Smiling Friends is just what would be funny.
Yeah, it really is like the modern South Park to a degree. It's like they're just putting things in to be funny.
I don't like comparing it to South Park.
Okay.
You're entitled to your opinion. I disagree.
I'm saying that as a positive thing, but oh well.
I don't see it as a positive thing, and there's no South Park is just, I don't know, man. It just doesn't feel like, I think South Park's funny, but I don't think it's good.
It's different now to what it used to be.
Well, yeah, modern South Park's definitely in the shitter.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's bad, but I think when they pivoted to making things obsessively current was, I think it was a unique thing that they could fill. But I think it was a bad move from the comedy aspect.
Well, you can't go back and enjoy a lot of the stuff that is based on current events because they're not current events anymore, and a lot of people just straight up don't remember or care. I also don't like them pivoting into Randy Marsh being a main character.
Yeah, they've finally gone back from Integrity Farms.
Yeah, good, because it was a mistake. It was funny for an episode, but then it was the entire fucking season.
Yeah, it was like a 3-season black hole.
Oh... I only watch for a season because I don't hate myself.
Yeah.
I have that ability. I don't have the sunk cost fallacy for watching TV shows. I'm like, this is crap now. I'm going to stop watching. Apart from Game of Thrones, unfortunately, I did sink a lot of time into that, and I knew it was going downhill way before season 5, and yet I still stuck with it in the vain hope that maybe it wouldn't be shit.
Yeah, I used to stop watching Bleach after over 100 episodes.
I also don't know if I've told you this. I've almost certainly have, where I actually watched 200 episodes of Bleach before realising I don't like it. It's a lot of Bleach to watch.
It is.
Almost 70% of it filler. Anyway, what do you think our best nonsense retrospective was for the year 2025?
If I can cheat, I'm giving it to Dragon Age as a whole, but if I can't, I'm going to zoom in on probably the Orzammar episode, because that's the one that I think I learned the most in.
Yeah, I don't think you could say the entirety of Dragon Age, because that's like 5 episodes.
Yeah, it's like a third. It's like a third of this year. Dragon Age is, in general, it was a good series of retros to do. Not all of them were this year. And yeah, I think the Orzammar episode is good because we could riff on allegories a lot between Balin and Haramont. We both kind of sneered slightly at the bit in the Deep Roads, and then we got to enjoy Oghren. And you were able to educate me a little bit on the intricacies of how the Dwarven Commoner ties into all of this.
Yeah. Did you play the Dwarven Noble then?
I played the Noble at the beginning of the game, and I'm like, I'm not getting all of the benefit of this because there are a lot of warriors in the party already. So I was like, okay, restart.
That's fair. And yeah, it feels wrong playing a rogue as a noble dwarf. It just doesn't fit the fucking setting. I mean, you can make it fit. Like, it's a very common thing for nobles to be taught archery or something, but the pickpocketing and the thieving aspect, not so much.
Yeah, so if you're playing a dwarven noble rogue, it's basically so that you can use a pair of axes.
Yeah, but you can do that as a warrior.
You can. Use a pair of axes and a crossbow. I like the idea of a dwarven noble riding around on a dinosaur with like a crossbow or a blunderbuss. us just going tally-ho and hunting things.
It's a real shame they took crossbows out of the game because of Varric.
Yeah, like a big ginger mustache and all that.
Like pretending that Varric's the only one with a crossbow ever, even though his crossbow's 10 times better than anything you can get in Origins.
Yeah. It reloads itself. It's fantastic.
Yeah, he could just go boom, 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 whereas it took a long time to reload the crossbow in that Origins.
Yeah, that's what makes Bianca unique, is that it's an auto-loading auto-crossbow.
Yeah. But Dragon Age 2 was like, no, it's not distinct enough, so we have to make sure no one else can use it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Best Rumble.
I think our best Rumble was in a similar vein to what your favourite was. It was Rumble 77. A bug!
The bugs. Yeah, so you got really mad at me.
I did. I didn't get really mad at you. Here's the thing, is like, I think Rick can distinguish when I'm actually mad from when I'm hamming it up a bit for the sake of the show.
Yes, when you go, ooh, you're not really mad.
Yeah, I guess that's a good way of describing it. I don't think I've ever gotten legitimately mad on air, quote unquote.
The one time that you have gotten mad is the really funny one on your main channel of, I'm genuinely miffed about that.
I wasn't even mad. I mean, I wasn't hamming it up because I didn't know that was going to end up in a compilation. But I was. I mean, I think I described it best in the video. I was a bit miffed.
You bugger! You fucking! You never use that miracle. Yeah. I was a bit. That was a day. But yeah, I was hamming it up a bit, but it was a bit annoying that you were like using because we were like bug adjacent, effectively to allow for spiders and scorpions and arachnids in general in the bug category, and insects as well. They're different things. You decided to use the interpretation of, would it be a bug type Pokemon? And I was like, yeah, that seems like a fair assessment. And then you still picked a fucking shrimp. Yeah. Well, they're all sea lice. Look at how many legs they've got.
I agree with you to a certain degree, but if we're using the logic of, they're more of a crustacean than a bug. I don't count crustaceans as bug adjacent; they're too different. But if we're using the logic of would it be a bug type in Pokemon? It wouldn't. And I just think it was a good episode in general, though, because the discussion we had on the actual biological differences was good. I let my pride slip a little bit and allowed you to enter the mantis shrimp. But was it the mantis shrimp?
Yeah, it was the rainbow mantis shrimp, and then your stink bug that vomits still won because of the ranged attack.
Yeah, it's not a stink bug, it's a bombardier beetle.
Ah, yes, the bombardier beetle.
Yeah, it literally makes acid. Do not pick these up.
No. Yeah, it makes acid and it can fly, whereas the rainbow mantis shrimp can you not fly? Okay.
But it can shoot acid out of its arse a very long distance, so it beats you in the range game.
Yeah. Not many things have ranged attacks.
Not
in the
really.
real world. Yeah. Usually the ranged attack is, I go at you very fast and hit you in melee.
It's like having a longer reach, as you say.
Yeah, like a diving bird or whatever.
And even then, that's probably not going to work in a Rumble scenario because of all the limitations we put on the fights.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the bug fight was an entertaining episode, as long as you enjoy me ranting about gibberish. That being said, Rick, what was your favourite Rumble?
Mine one was the background pony. It was.
Damn.
I liked our honourable mentions, Bulk Biceps and the Dude.
Yeah.
And we ended up with DJ Pone 3 / Vinyl Scratch, which was your pick, beating my pick of Doctor Who's.
Yeah, we basically we settled on, like, is Doctor Who's actually Doctor Who? That's the question. And we can't prove it, and therefore decided no.
Yeah, so we had him getting mollywomped by a lot of bass cannons.
Yeah, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, does Doctor Who lose to Wub Wub?
And here's the thing, I also don't care for Doctor Who anyway, so I'd be rooting against him in either scenario.
I prefer David Tennant to Doctor Who. Just have David Tennant as David Tennant rather than as two Doctor Who's.
I actually find it incredibly funny if, like, canonically David Tennant and fucking Weird Al just have pony waifus now.
And it's both Applejack.
No, Weird Al's is Pinkie Pie.
Yeah, the Weird Al characters is Pinkie Pie, the cheese sandwich.
Yeah, but as I said, and is one of our legendary moments at this point, I refuse to believe that is anything other than Weird Al literally in the pony universe deciding to cuck millions of My Little Bronies.
Weird Al cooks the bronies, yeah.
I believe the video's titled Weird Al Steals Your Pony Waifu.
I misheard that as Poonie.
Well then. Kind of works.
Do you have a best top 5?
Oh, my best top 5 was quite easy. It was a bit earlier on in the year. It was before I soured on the Switch 2 because the Switch 1 was officially retiring. It's retro number 173, top 5 Switch games.
Okay. I can't remember what we picked for that. I think mine were mostly Pokemon, I'm assuming.
I think you steered away from Pokemon for the most part. I think you only had one Pokemon game on your list. I know the only crossover we had was technically Free Houses, but you decided to pivot from Free Houses into Free Hopes. And they was both our midway point. Weirdly enough, I think my number 1 was Pokemon Snap.
Sure. New Pokemon Snap.
You know what? The funny thing is I always have these images saved on my my hard drive because I don't get rid of them. That'd be silly. So give me 2 seconds and I can tell you what we picked. Top 5 Switch games. Alrighty, Rick. Your number 5 was Dark Souls.
Yeah, because I never played it on the PlayStation. I never had it on the PlayStation.
Number 4 was, I'm going to assume, Tears of the Kingdom, because it's a Zelda pick.
Yeah, it looks like. Well, it was probably Hyrule Warriors.
Don't think it was Hyrule Warriors.
It might have been. Yeah, it might have been the first one, the Breath of the Wild.
Okay, it's a Zelda game. Number 3, Free Hopes. We've been over that. Number 2, I think is Octopath, not Bravely Default.
Yeah, Bravely Default 2. Yeah.
Your number 1 is definitely a Pokemon game. It's the Legends game that isn't ZA.
Yeah, Legends Arceus.
Yeah, and my number 1 was indeed the new Pokemon Snap. I really enjoyed that game. Number 2 was Animal Crossing. Number 3, Free Houses. Number 4 is Dissidia, the Theatre Rhythm game. And number 5 was exactly the same as your Dark Souls logic. It was Undertale. Might not be a Switch game exclusive, but it is what I played on the Switch.
We played it first on Switch, even though it was like years later.
Yeah. 2019, because that's the year I went to Japan.
Yeah, sweet.
God damn, the Switch is old.
It is. I think it was like 2017 that it came out. Oh, yeah.
Do you want me to ask you the question, or are you just going to roll in?
Yeah, it's fine. My best top 5 was it's a spin on the top 5 formula. It was the fictional army generals.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because I wouldn't count this as a top 5, but yeah, it does kind of fit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's top 5 formula. But we weren't kind of doing it that way. We were giving each one roles, but it was a spin on the top 5 formula. We definitely have 5 slots, as opposed to the Blood. Well, with 6 slots, as opposed to the Blood Bowl team,
which also had 6 slots. So actually, it's more comparable to that.
Yeah. But yeah, the army generals. Do you remember who you picked? I know I'd picked Magnus the Red.
Yep. So you picked Magnus the Red, Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Yep.
Rex.
Yeah, not Rex, as our Bruiser.
I forgot his name. Hordak.
Oh yeah. Hordak.
This is the one that I remember driving me crazy because it made no sense, more than Solus.
Oh yeah, because we needed a scientist, a science officer.
We did not need a science officer. That's why it drove me mad. I believe you picked him as a... we'll get... Who did I pick in this same slot? Hang on. Yeah, I picked fucking Ivor from fucking Assassin's Creed. So I think it was I don't remember what the it was for, but it certainly shouldn't have been Mordin. And the last one you picked was Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah. I think you did split up into like Vanguard, Rearguard, and Midguard.
Yeah, none of which makes sense for Mordin to be.
I think I put him as Rearguard because of Hold the Line.
But that wasn't him. That was Kirahi.
Except... If you fuck up, then he does his best to hold the line. He succeeds, but he dies.
Yeah, so he doesn't succeed. That's a fail state in that game, Rick.
Yeah.
For those curious, because they don't want to go back to the episode, I picked Glorfindel, Zhuge Liang, because of course I did, Alexander the Great, a.k.a. Iskander from Fate, fucking Raiko from Mortal Kombat, I had to think of his name, Ivor, as we established, and Gertz.
Yeah.
We ended up not picking admirals for that because you couldn't think of one.
No.
Even though you picked a Grand Admiral for your fucking strategist.
Yeah, I picked Grand Admiral for my Admiral one. Yeah, so for my strategist, because he's a better strategist than he is an Admiral. Like, as an Admiral, he's just on the field. He's better being a strategist both before and during, you know?
I get you. Someone ruined Thrawn for me, by the way.
Oh?
Someone showed a picture of both him in live action and him as the animated version and said, how come Thrawn needs 4 pens? And now I can't look at it the same way. Yeah, I know. Look at Grand Admiral Thrawn in his fucking uniform and it looks like he's got 4 pens just sitting in pockets and it's really fucking annoyed me because now it's all I see.
It's okay, he's just a database from The Simpsons. He's got with his pocket protector and 4 pens. Yeah, next one is your best moment. The ones that you, specifically, pick out of our episodes to be an isolated nugget of funny.
I'm glad that you knew that this is what this meant, because last year we had a bit of a kerfuffle with this segment, didn't we?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. My best moment is actually incredibly recently, and it's when I told you about the Mitchell and Webb sketch of incompetent doctors putting buttercups underneath a dead man's chin and going, well, one thing's for certain, he likes butter.
Yeah, the homeopathic one as well, where they put one drop of beer in a pint of water. Oh, that's strong stuff.
Yeah. The funny thing is as of recording, I haven't made that into a moment. I've isolated the audio, and I'm ready to make it into a moment and upload it, but I haven't actually done it yet, so it might not technically be out this year, but it's the moment we're thinking of. What about you, Rick?
My one is Tooth Fairy economics, because I just go into an angry rant about the Tooth Fairy.
You do. I do remember taking a big back seat in that moment and just being like, I'm just going to let Rick run with this.
Yeah, we should do the angry rant, and then you learned far too much about the tooth mice.
Don't remember the tooth mice.
Yeah, the teeth mice. I can do the song again, but I probably shouldn't. But they are a way to explain the Tooth Fairy to kids in the form of a cartoon, and the Tooth Fairies are mice that's subcontracted to the Tooth Fairy.
Subcontractors. Yeah, all right.
Well, because every house has mice, obviously. So the tooth mice just come and do the Tooth Fairy thing.
They do not.
No, it's easy, Mum.
No, I mean, like, not every house has mice, or at least if you're seeing mice, you've got a real problem.
Oh yeah. We've sometimes we have mice in the garage. I can tell because sometimes there's mice shit in places that you would expect to not find mouse shit.
Now, just to clarify for a second here, Rick does live in the north.
I do live in the north, and I do live next to a synthetic forest.
Yeah, and even if you didn't, like, north is pretty fucking infamous for being a lot of old farmhouses.
Yeah, it's mice. Well, we've got both mice and rats. The wall in my back garden is a thoroughfare for rats because it's hollow, and the rats can get from the nursing home, which creates infinite food waste, to the wood where there are things that are not just food waste.
Sure, rat poo.
And they can get that. Yeah, and they can get that way without getting immediately slaughtered by cats.
I like how you said immediately.
Yeah. Well, there's many cats, and a lot of them just, like, stand on top of the wall just watching for any rat that pops out. And as soon as they do, straight away. But yes. Next one. Best nonsense review.
I generally think our best work this year was, it's been mentioned before, episode 233. Look, no one wants to lose their nuts. It was fixed.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I'm also bringing up fixed again in the future as well. But in general, I just think it was like a decent review. Both, I put it in favourite. You've put it in best. Just good stuff. If you've not seen the movie itself, give that a go as well. Maybe with us, maybe without us. I recommend it either way.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, and it's probably not going away anytime soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, honestly, for a lot of the time when we do a movie for the review, there is like a point not long after the hour mark where my energy immediately dips, and I don't think that happened in this episode.
Yeah, like a lot of the time, I do it as well sometimes. When it's been going on, I can notice that it's been going on for too long. I'll just casually mouse over to, oh god, we got another hour and a half left of this.
And usually when that happens, I at least am not subtle about it. I will mouse over and I'll go, Rick, it's still got 40 minutes.
Yeah, and that's the point where I normally just mouse over the credits and go, it's okay, 20 minutes of credits.
It's not okay, we still have to sit through those.
Yeah. Oof.
More importantly, 20 minutes of the foreign language credits, which, they do deserve to be credited, but we didn't watch those.
Sometimes we do, but yes. Quite a lot of the time when something is a non-English original, maybe one of us will watch it in English and the other one will watch it in the original with subtitles. We both watch it with subtitles anyway, but...
well, yeah, because we have to talk over it.
And rather funnily is when we watch it in English with English subtitles, and the English subtitles refer to the original script rather than the localization.
Yeah, happens a lot.
Yeah.
Like it actually kind of, I wouldn't say it ruined Squid Game, but it gave us a little bit of an extra insight in Squid Game, because I watched that in Korean, whereas Rick watched it in English. And there's a moment in that where one of the characters accepts a phone call, and I gasped and went, he's speaking in English. And Rick went, they're all speaking in English. And I was like, what? But yeah, I think Fixed really does deserve a bit of a spotlight. And honestly, I would highly recommend you watch our episode along with Fixed. I think we do add to it, but I respect that it's not for everybody. I know a lot of people who actually listen to our podcast do just listen to the podcast as opposed to watching it along with something.
Yeah, this too.
And that's fine. That being said, Rick, who or what should I say gets the best nonsense review for you for 2025?
I think in spite of the content, I think it was Haunted Hotel. And I think it was pretty good just because we kind of ignored the show for a while very little was happening and just riffed.
Okay.
And yeah, like in general, I think it was a pretty good way of salvaging a good episode out of not even bad content, just mid content.
I don't know, man. Maybe it picks up after episode 1, but episode 1 made that show seem really crap.
Yeah, like when Keith David showed up.
I don't think crap's fair. Generic is a word.
Yeah, when Keith David showed up, it activated my almonds, and then he went away. I lost interest again.
For those of you who didn't watch that episode or watch the show, Keith David shows up 5 minutes from the end.
And leaves 3 minutes from the end.
Yeah. I do think we both had the exact same reaction, because as soon as he spoke, we both immediately perked up for a second and went, oh, that's Keith David.
Yeah.
We like Keith David. We like it when he pops up in things.
We do.
We should watch They Live.
Yeah, sure. Now we get into the honourable mentions. You're most pleasantly surprised.
Oh, this was an easy no-brainer. It was Fixed.
Ditto, exactly. So I spoiled that it was going to come up again on my list, and here is where it comes up for me. It looked like a shitpost, but that was from screenshots. When you see it animated, you can very definitely see the Gendy love in there. It goes from being reasonably weirdly drawn to being incredibly stylized when it's in motion. The movie itself is pretty heartfelt.
But I disagree on that aspect, but go on.
Well, just in general, because it's like it's a journey of discovery for a not so bright doggo, and he has his friends who have unique and more interesting perspectives, like Idris Elba, for instance. And then he goes through his journey and he comes to terms with the fact that he's never going to be he's going to get his balls taken away, but he does get his nut.
Yeah, he does. It's a shame he has to get raped first.
It's at the same time, but yes.
No, it's not. It's afterwards he gets his rocks off.
Oh, yeah. He gets he gets raped twice then. Yeah. Once at the front, once at the back.
No, I mean, no, because he's not inside her when he's getting butt fucked.
I think he is.
No, he's not, because the actual him getting off is at the end, because she goes, oh, I'm still in heat, and then they cut away while they do the nasty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it was a surprisingly decent film. Obviously, there's elements I didn't like, specifically the butt sex jokes near the tail end. I think it was a bit tasteless. But I went into that in the episode. Apart from that, it was a surprise. It was the most pleasantly surprised, because I said to Rick, I don't really want to watch it. Rick obviously convinced me, because we did it. I was like, I don't want to watch it because it's going to be an hour and a half of an adult animated movie aimed at Family Guy viewers.
Yeah, and I was like, but it has Idris Elba, and you're like, oh, fine, fuck it.
I don't think Idris Elba was the selling point. I think it was just there was nothing else on, and I was like, okay, well I guess we'll do it, but I'm going to bitch about it. And then I didn't bitch about it because it was actually annoyingly good.
Yep.
So
yeah, another double star. Most anticipated and let down.
This was also a really easy pick for me. It was quite recent. It was Nosferatu.
Okay. Mine's in a very similar vein. It was the original Mummy.
Yeah, okay. I think most people see the original Mummy film, at least with the Mummy, people never reference it again. They always reference the Mummy's Hand, which came out 6 years after.
Yeah.
Whereas with Nosferatu, everyone goes, this is the defining first monster movie. I gotta be honest with you, it was kind of crap. I think Shrek did a wonderful job as Nosferatu, as Count Orloff, but even by the standards of the 1920s, I don't think it was good. You telling me that the panpipes and stuff like that was a decision added later on? It's cool, it saves it minutely. That was terrible decisions, but it wasn't the creator's decision or a vision, so fine. I still don't think it was very good. I don't know why people point to it as this is great. There's 2 scenes in it which are iconic and great, even in the context of the film. Other than that, it's a bit crap.
Yeah, it gives us It gives us Count Orlok as a archetypal vampire, different to what we just expect from Dracula, which I appreciate. In addition to everything else that it pioneered.
Yeah.
But as it comes to me, the Mummy, the one thing that it does is that it tells us that the guy is Imhotep. So essentially, retroactively, I had some expectations based on the fact that the Brendan Fraser movies were based around it, but like you say, they were mostly based around the mummy's hand rather than the mummy.
Yeah, like, I think the only thing they took was Imhotep.
Yeah, and Boris Karloff got the chance to act, and he was rather intimidating, but in general, it was just dull.
There's the entire middle chunk of the movie, we did not pay attention to the movie, and we lost nothing.
Yeah.
And you can say that about the Werewolf of London too, but we didn't have any expectations for that film, so it kind of gets a pass. Like, this is most anticipated and let down. We didn't anticipate anything from the Werewolf of London.
Yeah. Biggest stumbling block. What would you change about a particular episode if you had the chance to go back?
This one was also surprisingly easy. Episode 230 of the Nonsense Review. It was meant to be another live-action anime adaptation, specifically Rurouni Kenshin. However, we pivoted slightly and did it into just a straight-up cartoon adaptation. We did an episode of Digimon because Netflix got rid of Rurouni Kenshin, and it was like, cool, fuck, we don't know where to find this.
Yeah, the new Digimon show, it's fine, but they're a bit fast with what they do. Like episode 2, you get Omnimon.
You keep bringing this up, and I still don't see what the big deal is.
Omnimon is meant to be like a season-ending payoff.
No, he's not, though. Like, when he first showed up, he was the star of the movie, or star of part of the movie, sure. But otherwise, not really. It's a thing people want to see. Give people what they want to see.
Sure. But by the same token, that means you gotta have megas in episode 2.
Good. One of the most boring things about Digimon Series 1 is, at least on a rewatch, it's like, we have to wait till episode 20 for Skull Greymon.
Yeah. And that's not even a real ultimate.
I know what you mean when you say that, however, you're wrong.
Okay, so it is an ultimate in the game sense, but it's not the ultimate that Greymon is meant to become in the narrative.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I know what you mean, but it's really not an accurate way of describing it, especially for people who don't know shit about fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, it wasn't a bad episode by any means. And we still managed to technically get the theme correct, because it was still an anime adaptation, just not quite in the same vein we were hoping. But oh well, it is what it is. Do you have an idea of what you think what the big stumbling block was? Boy, I fucked that sentence up, you know what I mean?
If we knew what it was, I don't think we would have recorded over Screaming Meat.
I also had this in the back of my brain, because we even picked the title for it of just being riffing over riffing is not a good idea.
Yeah, so what we do is shit-chat observational comedy. What they do is shit-chat observational comedy. And yeah, like you say, riffing over riffing, it subtracts from both of them. So I think the episode was fine, but I think it was a poor choice of things to do in hindsight. But, we know now.
Yeah, I don't know what I expected that show to be, but I didn't expect it to be just two cartoon dudes in a room living Lyle Raff's life from a certain period of time.
Yeah.
I've got to find. I'm sure someone's clipped it, but I've got to fucking find that and send it to you, because that's just what Lyle's apartment was like 15 years ago, according to him.
Yeah, sure. And the last one of these, the stinker.
Listen, this one's not going to become as a shocker to anyone, because we knew it was going to be shit when we reviewed it, and I'll be shocked if you pick something else, Rick.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, for mine, it felt in slightly more poor taste to jab at the older movies. Attack of the Clones.
Oh, wow, you picked something different to me.
Oh, okay.
Live action Death Note, dude.
Yeah.
I will rip the piss out of Attack of the Clones. It's an awful movie, especially in the context of Star Wars. It's extra bad. But live action Death Note was piss poor. And my god, the bar was low, and it still fucking came under.
Yeah, still limboed right under it. Yeah, to be honest, I should really change my answer to live action Death Note.
It had a book called The Death Note in it. That's the only similarity I can think of. And yeah, after years of being told this adaptation isn't good, we still went, well, let's just see, shall we? And you get the perfect casting choice of Willem Dafoe as Ryuk, and he fucking Ryuked it up, and you wasted on this.
Yeah. It's oh shit. Oh Jesus. It's like you get Alec Guinness to do something, and then you make Sunshine and Lollipops.
I mean, I'd watch that, though.
Actually, yeah, fair enough.
Man, this was a film where every 10 minutes I was checking how much time we had left.
Yeah, they were trying to make Buffy the Vampire Slayer out of Death Note, and they didn't even do that right.
They fucked up every character.
Yeah.
Every character was butchered. Elle had a magic space gun.
he gets out of a briefcase that he's had for quite some time, apparently.
Yeah, and I feel so bad for the actors if any of them were fans of Death Note, because this was not Death Note. I think the guy who played L could have played L in an actual adaptation, but this weren't it.
Yeah, I think he would do better in an adaptation of the prequels where he does other things, because obviously he dies in the Death Note.
No, does he
himself? Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I hadn't watched it. Spoiler.
Oh.
Spoiler from a manga from 2005.
Yeah, spoiler for the middle of it where he goes where he goes downhill after that immediately.
I remember listening to a podcast where they were talking about a JoJo character who he had a really. It's like, oh, Cars got it real bad, and it's like, spoilers. It's like, oh, bad guy loses. Big fucking spoiler.
Yeah, so if anyone's watching the Death Note anime, I would say, yeah, just get to about the middle. You'll know when, and then just stop. Just file it away as your experience.
It is really annoying that it kind of does go downhill almost immediately once L is bested.
It's like a cliff. There's like going downhill and there's dropping off a cliff, and it drops off a cliff.
I will say the big caveat though being is they did stick the landing of Light's ending. Like, the ending is good. The way Light goes out is poetic justice at its finest, and it's really well done, and the voice acting in that scene in the anime is great. Everything is perfect. The only problem is there's a big old gap between L dying and Light dying that's just really not fun.
Yeah. There's a lot of build up towards the one payoff, and is it worth it?
No.
Maybe, probably not.
Basically, what I'm saying is, if someone does an abridged series of Death Note, probably watch that instead.
Yeah. Maybe watch the little mini series of when his dad goes into the hospital and all that. But yeah,
that's kind of good moment. Like, okay, the bits I take umbrage with are M and N.
Yeah, because they're not good villains. I mean,
protagonists,
hero antagonists.
Yeah, they're not good characters. They're kind of crap, and that's kind of the point. And I get that. And they even make a big deal out of it. If L didn't do so much legwork, they wouldn't have stood a chance. I don't care. They're boring.
And the only way that they ever stood a chance was by working together, which they wouldn't do of their own accord.
And also, Light had to fuck up real hard.
He did.
whereas L made Light fuck up.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And our finale for today, the future. Is there something you most want to review?
Well, this is split into two questions, isn't it? We've got show and we've got movie.
Yeah, so the show that you most want to review.
This one was really easy for me because we got news of it not too long ago as of recording. I really want to review the first episode of that Crash Bandicoot cartoon.
Done. Cool.
Yeah, I think it will just be Sonic Prime again, but with a Crash Bandicoot skin, but I don't care. I need to know.
Yeah.
How about you?
My pick is split between two. Avatar The Last Airbender, either the original or the Netflixy one.
Oh, what, the live action?
Yeah.
I don't think I want to do that.
Okay.
Cartoon is a maybe. The reason why I've always held fire on Avatar The Last Airbender is it's 90 plus episodes.
Yeah.
And if I watch one episode, I'm going to have to watch the whole thing.
We could skip season 1, just pop into season 2 where Toph shows up.
Okay, but Toph, I know you like Toph a lot, but that's 30 episodes that you skip.
Yeah, you skip 30 episodes to skip to the memes.
I don't care about the memes.
Toph is all memes.
Okay.
So a movie that you want to review.
Okay, this one I've kind of said before. I don't think I said it for last year's... Well, I might have done, actually. I've teased you with it a little bit, where I've always wanted to watch Godzilla Final Wars because it's got all the monsters in it. It's also legendarily not good.
All the warriors, except this time they're monsters.
Yeah, apparently it's not a very good movie, but at the same time, apparently it's got a lot of kaiju fighting, and you get to see a glimpse of everyone. Is that a good thing? Probably not. And I have got a bad track record of showing you bad Godzilla films.
Yeah, that's fine. If this one is mostly Megazord time, cool.
I don't know. I do know there's at least one plot with the humans, and it gets weird.
Sure.
But how about you, Rick? What movie would you most want to review?
Classic action movies that I've never seen.
That's not fucking broad.
But the two that I picked out are OG Alien and Any Predator.
Okay. You're speaking my language. Alien isn't an action film.
Okay, yeah, it's more of a horror suspense.
Yeah, Alien 2 is definitely an action film.
Yes, that's the one I have seen.
I see. Predator 1, action film. It's got Arnie. Predator 2. I guess it's got action in it, but it's kind of more of a detective film. It's a bit weird like that, because it's all about Donald Glover, or his character, whose name I cannot remember for the life of me ever, trying to figure out why all these gang leaders are dying.
Danny Glover. Donald Glover is Lando.
My apologies. They are very similar names.
Yeah, they're both Glovers.
And also, like, one of them is way more recent than the other.
Yeah. Man, Donald Glover got robbed by not getting his Lando movie.
He did, because I'd have watched the shit out of that.
Yeah, he was very definitely the best part of that movie. the solo movie, anyway.
I mean, that and the Darth Maul stinger.
But that was like 10 seconds. Donald Glover got to be charming for a lot longer than that.
Yeah. I want to watch a movie about a rogue that's not quite as heavy as Andor.
Yeah.
Like, Andor
I'd watch a series about him as well. Yeah, that'd be pretty fun.
I'd watch a Lando TV show of just him conning people.
Yeah.
And work
just a series of cons resulting in Cloud City.
Like, exactly, the story of him getting to the high position in Cloud City is exactly what I want to see, and Glover can do it.
Yeah, becoming mates with Lobot because he don't have his I don't have L3 anymore.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm down for doing Predator stuff. I like Predator a lot. I'm down for doing Alien stuff, but I really only like Alien 1 and 2.
Sure. Well, so yeah, it would end up being Alien 1.
Alien 1 is also very slow and very atmospheric. I don't know how good it is to riff over.
I appreciate that, yeah.
I'm game for giving it a go, but there's a lot of just nothing happening in that film.
Sure. Yeah, it might be more of a movie night thing rather than a reaction day thing.
I mean, I'll watch it in person with you any day of the fucking week and just watch it for funsies, like we did for the Justin Roiland cavalcade of cartoons.
Yeah, the Poloni show, which again was another thing that I was like surprisingly impressed by, but that was mostly because it was all like indie animation snippets that were just thrown together.
Yeah. I mean, I remember you suggesting it on the year it came out, and I went, I don't think I want to do that. And then you just decided to put it on one morning when I was visiting you in person, and we watched it, and we was like, fuck, that was actually good. Yeah,
especially the physical animation ones, so like the claymation.
Claymation was good. The monsters eating people one still lives in my mind rent free because that was horrifying. That's how you do horror. That's not just jump scares, because it's stuck with me since, and it makes me feel horrible.
Yeah, the witch that goes and does apple bobbing, and every single time she bites an apple, she does something weird, like growing additional mouths out of her eyes.
That one hasn't stuck with me at all.
Okay.
I think we have different. How does the internet call it? Squicks.
Yeah. For me, eyeballs are usually pretty squicky, but when you grow a mouth out of your eyes, it's no longer an eye. It's fine.
Yes, you did say not too long ago that you didn't like teeth falling out.
Yeah, I don't like teeth falling out. I don't like eyes being pulled out and like you squish the eye, usually between your toes, or like twang around with the nerves.
Why between your toes?
Because it's so visceral.
Okay.
I think that image is what made me not like eye stuff more than anything else.
Don't watch Would I Rather.
I thought you were going to say, don't watch What I Lied to You. And I'm like, do I not know of an episode here?
But yeah, that's all of our reviewing done for the year, I feel. Retroing for the review for the year. I guess we should say goodbye to the good folks. And this will be the last episode of the year, I think, because these come out on a Friday.
Yeah, so if you like the episode, there's the comment section down below on YouTube to tell us what you liked about what we liked about the year.
We've also got the comment section on Spotify, but no one fucking uses that.
Yeah, that's why I've not been saying it recently. And if you want to get in touch with us via our email, it would go to
nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com. Please do let us know what your favourite moments were of the year 2025, favourite episodes, etc. What do you think were our poorest moments? Because this is meant to be an episode filled with positivity, but we do like to learn. Was there something we should never try again? We'll definitely take it on board.
Yeah. Like some of them were learning curve actions for ourselves, like Lyle Rath's show, Don't Riff Over Riffs.
Okay, to be fair, we already knew that. We just didn't know that's what we were watching.
Yeah. We didn't know, like, again, I guess this is maybe a little bit more research on the thing before we pick it, but by the same token, we also like to go in as blind as we can.
Also, how much research can you do on something that's brand new?
Yeah, true, because it came out that week.
Yep.
But yes, that's going to be a goodbye from me and a Happy New Year to all of you.
Yes, a goodbye from me and a Merry Christmas to all of you, / Happy Holidays, because I know not all of you celebrate Christmas, and I'm not weird about it.
Bye, everybody.